Wide receivers are some of the most thrilling players in football. They're the ones who make jaw-dropping catches, race past defenders, and turn ordinary plays into moments we'll never forget. But who are the legends that truly stand out in NFL history? What makes them so special, and how did they leave their mark on the game? From record breakers to game changers, we're about to dive into the top 10 greatest wide receivers of all time. Are you ready to meet the best of the best and relive their iconic moments? If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to The Fame Game TV for more amazing sports stories. Number 10. Raymond Berry. Raymond Berry played for the Baltimore Colts from 1955 to 1967 and changed the way wide receivers approached the game. He wasn't the fastest or the strongest, but his hard work and attention to detail made him a legend. Berry practiced endlessly to perfect his routes and make sure his hands were always reliable. He built a strong connection with quarterback Johnny Unitas, and together they became an unstoppable duo. Berry played a huge role in the Colts' famous 1958 NFL championship win, often called the greatest game ever played. By the end of his career, he had 631 catches, 9,275 yards, and 68 touchdowns, earning him a well-deserved place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Number 9. Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison played for the Indianapolis Colts from 1996 to 2008 and was known for his consistency and skill. Teaming up with quarterback Peyton Manning, he became one of the most reliable wide receivers in NFL history. For 8 straight seasons, Harrison had over 1,000 receiving yards and scored at least 10 touchdowns each year. His talent for finding open spaces and making tough catches gave defenders a tough time. His best season was in 2002 when he set a record with 143 receptions, a record that still hasn't been broken. By the time he retired, Harrison had an amazing 102 catches, 1,480 yards, and 128 touchdowns. Number 8. Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson, known as Megatron, played for the Detroit Lions from 2007 to 2015 and was a physical powerhouse. Standing 6'5" and weighing 237 pounds with amazing speed, he was nearly impossible to defend. Johnson was at his best between 2011 and 2013, breaking records and stunning everyone with his skills. In 2012, he set a record with 1,164 receiving yards in a single season. His talent for making tough catches and overpowering defenders earned him respect from both fans and fellow players. Even though his career was shorter than most, he left a huge mark on the game, ending with 11,619 yards and 83 touchdowns in just 9 seasons. He was honored with a place in the Hall of Fame in 2021. Number 7. Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald, who played for the Arizona Cardinals from 2004 to 2020, was the definition of consistency and reliability. With his amazing hands and ability to perform under pressure, he made catching difficult passes look easy. During the 2008 playoffs, he delivered some of the best performances ever, helping the Cardinals reach the Super Bowl. Fitzgerald rarely dropped the ball and always gave his best on the field. By the end of his 17-year career, he was second all-time in receptions with 1,432 catches and third in receiving yards with 17,492. His humble attitude and professional approach made him a beloved player and one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history. Number 6. Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens, who played for several teams including the San Francisco 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys, Buffalo Bills, and Cincinnati Bengals from 1996 to 2010, was one of the most exciting and controversial players in NFL history. Known for his strength, speed, and ability to make big plays, Owens dominated the field, having 5 seasons with over 1,300 receiving yards and leading the league in touchdowns 3 times. He also became famous for his flashy celebrations and outspoken personality, which often created drama off the field. Despite the controversies, his impressive career numbers tell the story. 1,078 receptions, 15,934 yards, and 153 touchdowns. Owens is still second on the all-time receiving yards list and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2018. Number 5. Steve Largent. Steve Largent, who played his entire career with the Seattle Seahawks from 1976 to 1989, wasn't the fastest or flashiest player, but he was one of the most reliable wide receivers of his time. He set several NFL records for career receptions, receiving yards and touchdowns by the time he retired. Largent was known for his precise route running and his ability to find gaps in the defense. He had 8 seasons with over 1,000 yards and finished his career with 819 receptions, 13,089 yards, and 100 touchdowns. His consistent performance and contributions to the game earned him a spot in the Hall of Fame and made him a beloved figure among Seahawks fans. Number 4. Lance Alworth. Lance Alworth, known as Bambi, was one of the first true stars at the wide receiver position. With his speed and smooth moves, Alworth was a constant threat to defenses during the 1960s. He excelled at catching deep passes and could turn almost any play into a touchdown. Alworth made history as the first AFL player to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, securing his place as one of the game's greats. Throughout his career, he recorded 542 receptions, 10,266 yards, and 85 touchdowns, showcasing his ability to make big plays. Alworth's talent and style of play made him a key figure in the early days of professional football and helped shape the wide receiver position into what it is today. His influence on the game is still felt, and he remains one of the most impactful players of his time. Number 3. Randy Moss. Randy Moss was a game changer in every sense. With his incredible speed, size, and jumping ability, he could stretch the field like no other receiver. Moss made an instant impact in his rookie season with the Minnesota Vikings, scoring a record 17 touchdowns. His most memorable year came in 2007 when he set the single-season record for touchdown receptions with 23 while playing for the New England Patriots. Defenders often had to double or even triple team him, but Moss still found ways to score. By the time he retired, he had 982 receptions, 15,292 yards, and 156 touchdowns, securing his place as one of the most dominant wide receivers in NFL history. Number 2. Don Hutson. Don Hutson was the original wide receiver superstar. He played in an era when passing the ball was rare, but he changed the game with his incredible route running and scoring ability. Hutson dominated the field, leading the league in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns multiple times. His records, including 99 career touchdowns, stood for decades, proving just how ahead of his time he was. A 2-time NFL MVP, Hutson played a key role for the Green Bay Packers and helped shape the way the wide receiver position is played today. His innovation and impact on the game are still remembered, as he was one of the first players to show how important and exciting the wide receiver role could be. Hutson's legacy continues to inspire wide receivers and set the standard for excellence in the NFL. He's often regarded as the true pioneer of modern wide receiver play. Number 1. Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is often considered the greatest wide receiver in NFL history. His unmatched work ethic, perfect route running, and reliable hands made him a standout player. Rice holds nearly every major receiving record, including 1,549 career receptions, 22,095 receiving yards, and 197 touchdowns. He was a crucial part of the San Francisco 49ers' success during the 1980s and 1990s, helping them win 3 Super Bowls. Rice's performance in big moments and consistency throughout his career made him a legendary figure in the NFL. His dedication to the game and his ability to perform at the highest level set him apart from other receivers. Even after his retirement, Jerry Rice continues to be regarded as the gold standard for wide receivers, with many seeing him as the best to play the position. His legacy remains strong, and his records are still tough to break. These 10 wide receivers have truly made their mark on the NFL, becoming legends we'll never forget. Each one brought their magic to the game, whether it was their sharp route running, incredible strength, or ability to shine in big moments. Their records, awards, and jaw-dropping performances have set the standard for greatness. But who do you think deserves the top spot? And who will be the next superstar to join this legendary list? If you loved this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fame Game TV for more awesome football content. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below.